What up, it's Larret here, and this is the first episode of my sailing for Champions League series. And in this series I attempt to win the Champions League with the lowest transfer budget team in the whole game, or not in the whole game but in N-Power League 2, that is Plymouth Argyle. There was also Accrington Stanley, but I decided to go for Plymouth Argyle because they have a nicer kit, in my opinion. So yeah, as you can see, I'm pondering between Accrington and Plymouth, but yeah, and then I end up choosing Plymouth here. And yeah, we start in the N-Power League 2, and we are going to try and get up to Premier League as fast as we can, and then get a spot in Champions League and get and win then. And I choose Malta as my home country. I don't live there, but I decided to do that anyway. Yeah, so I hope I can achieve Champions League victory within 10 years and 10 seasons. 6 seasons is my goal to promotion into the Premier League, and I hope I can get at least 2 successive promotions, and then try to consolidate my place in the Championship, and then after that get promoted again. So I took a look at my squad and I found a few pacey players, and I also looked at the website with player potentials, and I found out that quite a few of my players have like potential of 70, but I went out to the market for a fast striker, and I found Byron Moore, and I decided to put a bid for him of 140k, I think. Yeah, 150, 140. Yeah, 140k, and they are yeah, and I get my season objective, which is avoiding being the bottom half. My own goal is to get into the playoff spots, so top 7 is my goal. And yeah, I signed Moore and put him straight into my squad and make a few other changes, changing my oldest players off the team and putting some young players into the subs and everything. And then I went on to hire a youth scout. I had to allocate my budget again because I didn't have enough of a budget to sign my youth scout, so I changed my budget, and then I signed the scout, Joe Whelan, 1-star experience, 1-star judgment, Irish scout, and he arrived, and I put him to search for players in Japan. Yeah, Japan for 6 months, and I thought about doing a winger search, but I remembered I had quite a few good wingers, so I just decided to put it as any, because he's a 1-star. So I want him to come back with as many players as possible. I don't have the funds to sign nearly any one of them, but yeah. So our first game was against Bolton, and we started our starting 11, and then on the second minute Bolton nearly went ahead with a header, but they couldn't. They were all over me the whole game. But here on the 8th minute I managed to get through with Daly, but he put it just wide. And on the 10th minute Holden gets the ball into the wing and crosses it to and Klasnic heads it. No, he doesn't head it, but he taps it in, and I go 1-0 down. I wasn't really expecting to win the game, but on the 23rd minute here, Daly speeds past their defense, turns around and manages to slot the ball into the net through the post. And he does a kind of a derpy celebration, and that's how the first half ended, and that's how the whole game ended too. And so we drew I drew up my first preseason game. I wasn't expecting to win it, but it's good to get a draw against a Premier League side. Shows that my side isn't that bad. And the second game was against RKC Walvik, and the first half ended 0-0. Nothing interesting happened, and the only interesting thing in the second half was here on the 53rd minute. They managed to get the ball to Castillon, and he shoots it past my goalkeeper, and they go 1-0 up. And then, of course, I had to come back here on the 82nd minute. Daly finds Vassell, and Daly finds Vassell again, and Vassell just turns around and finishes it into the left corner. And I come back, and that's how the game ended. I was really hoping I could win the game, because Warwick probably wasn't the strongest side in the and it was my easiest friendly of the three, but I drew the game. It's better than losing then. And after that, I see the press fresh expectations of my season. They expect me to finish 23rd, and my expectation is to finish 7th, or at least 7th, so I hope I can best that. And next up we had Sporting Lisbon, and that was going to be a very hard match. And yeah, on the 40th minute here, they get through, and one Wolfswinkel, after a bit of confusion in my defense, scores. And they were all over me the whole game, but I think I managed to hold them off till the half time. That was just before half time they scored, and I managed to hold them off the whole of the second half. I don't think I even had a single shot at goal in the game, because they, as I said, were all over me. But I was lucky to escape with only a 1-goal deficit. Yeah, it's deficit. And yeah, so as to these games didn't promise a good start for the season, but as you will see in the next episode, I did end up having a quite good start for the season anyway. So to recap, we drew our first game against Bolton, then we drew against Warwick, and then we lost against Lisbon. And in any game there wasn't even 2 goals scored by a side, so they were pretty even in the end though. So yeah, that was the first episode of this series, and I will be posting another one during the next week, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please leave a like if you did, and subscribe to see next video in your subs box. And yeah, I hope to see you soon.